like I'm doing BBC News. Good this evening to this evening. Okay. Anyway,
so today on Fine Channel 5 News, we have
breaking news.
Breaking news for you. Stop what you're doing right now. You need to listen to this. Adulting is the ghetto. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lamide.
The future is now.
So today I'm back with my mate, Chef Tomi-Naomi, and we are going to be speaking about adulting is the ghetto. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, Tomi-Naomi.
I don't know you meant to speak.
Okay, hi guys. Hi guys, I'm Tomi-Naomi. I'm 25 years old. I'm a content creator and I work in finance.
Fab. So obviously on this series I've been speaking about adulting is the ghetto, and I've tried to take more of a positive stance towards it, but like I just want to ask you, do you think adulting is ghetto?
Yes.
And why?
I was even trying to think of like a way that it's not.
Yeah.
I can't tell you.
Like, just is.
Yeah, I think the responsibility of like life, like everything's expensive, you have bills to pay.
Yeah.
I think there's also an added pressure as you grow up. Not necessarily, for me it's not necessarily from my parents, but I feel like a societal pressure that you feel that like you maybe need to be in a relationship or be married or financially be in a position,
have your own house. Yeah.
And if you're not, it's like, oh god. And then there's obviously people, like everyone at this age, I feel like everyone is kind of going into their own thing. So some people are having kids, some people are getting their first house, and like if you don't fall under that umbrella, it kind of is,
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's that, and then also just like the things that you just don't even think about. Like when you're in school, you go to school, you come home, you kick your shoes off, and that's it.
You might have homework every other day.
And I didn't do my homework. I didn't do my homework.
No, it's actually mad. Like
I was told that every single class that they get interested. But
yeah, she's a smart babe. How did you get into like the position you are in now and doing what you're doing in terms of finance, but also like your passion projects and stuff?
So I deferred my dissertation and I got a job at ITV before I graduated. So I already basically had a role after my graduation, which was good because I don't know how that happened, but yeah. So I actually before that I was doing an apprenticeship, well no, like an internship for like 2 weeks.
What did you study at uni?
I did psychology and criminology.
Okay.
Don't know why, but I did that. And yeah, so I had a job at ITV, and basically I loved the company, but the role I was in just wasn't for me, and it was quite hard to maneuver within the company. So I ended up leaving, and that's where I got my first job in finance, which was an eye-opener, I would say. So I've gone from like media to a very corporate top 4 company, and I'm like, that's how I literally felt. And so I don't know, like I feel like because I had that skill set, it kind of was easier for me to get the job that I'm in now. But in that time, like I was going from temp job to temp job to temp job, and the thing is, like people would never even know. Like people always say, I'm trying to be like, you're not trying to be like me, trust me. The struggle is real.
It is.
But
what you see on social media is not always reality, to be honest.
Honey, because there were times like I would have a job for like maybe 2 months, and then the contracts would end or whatever, and then I'd have to find something else. Yeah. So it was tough times, but yeah. In terms of getting into what I do now, I think I was going through heartache actually, and a lockdown, so I didn't have a job, and I always cook anyway. So in my house, I probably cook the most. My mum will argue, but I actually cook the most. So anyway, yeah. So I just thought one day I was like, let me just record it. Like I didn't think anything of it, and I think that's the one thing, that one tip that I would give is to be organic. Do something that you are already good at. Yeah. Don't like not saying that you can't like venture on something new, but like I feel like don't try and be someone else. Like obviously you can draw inspiration from places, but just be you, because I feel like being me is what got me here. And I feel like when I first started my content, like when I was looking back at some of my old videos, I was like, how did I post this? And it was only a year ago.
Yeah.
But I grew so much from that because I feel like it was just me.
Yeah,
like people always used to say that they
wow,
love
it
that.
is just a year
Yeah,
ago. It's crazy.
literally only a year. So I feel like be organic, that's the one thing, and consistency, which I have to tell myself that even now. But yeah, so I kind of just fell into that. People were really enjoying the content and I gained a following from it and just continued. And that basically allowed me to then start my own business. So now I'm a caterer if you need anything from me, guys.
That's right. I'm gonna put all the descriptions, all the everything for you to check out because
Corbett, and then like, I don't know.
neither do I. But her food. Did you always know what you wanted to do since you were younger, or like even since you left out of uni? Because like from media to finance, that's quite like a jump.
No.
And do you know now?
No, I mean, yeah, no. Now I do kind of, but even still, I'm still learning, still like growing. When I first left uni, that's one thing I used to cry about all the time. Like I used to look at people that are like working towards like qualifications or like quite set. I have quite ambitious, successful people around me. So sometimes it's a good thing, but sometimes it's like, oh, like I compare myself a lot. But I feel like I know a lot of people whose paths are quite set, so it's like I want to be a journalist or I want to be a lawyer, and they knew, and I just felt like that was never me. And I always knew like the whole like, don't get me wrong, I actually do like my job now, but the whole like corporate thing was never going to be for me forever. Like it will be for the foreseeable future, but like it was just never for me. And I knew like I have a personality, but I just never ever knew how to like use it. So when I started doing something that I love, one, cooking, and then was able to put my personality into it, I was like, this is for me. So the whole like social media space is what I hope to grow in.
Influencer.
Well, as long as I'm saying hashtag ad, whatever.
No, 100, I love it, yeah.
I feel like even though I kind of know what I'm doing now, I wouldn't say that it's still very clear, but I feel like that's what I like about this. It's quite a new thing. There's still space to maneuver. There's still space to, if I want to tomorrow, like completely, I wouldn't ever ditch the food, but if I wanted to like kind of go into just lifestyle and do like that kind of thing, because there's a lot of things I'm interested in, but I feel like this allows me to express that, whereas sitting in an office doesn't. For some people they love it and that's fantastic, but it's just not for me. Yeah,
no, I definitely agree with that. I also agree, I feel like it allows you to like create the life you want to live. Like you have more control over it, and you actually, by you following your passion, you're able to find purpose in it and just be able to like create what you want to see as well and enjoy the process of doing it. So I guess following on from that, would you say you know like what your purpose is? You can say no, like
absolutely not. I was actually thinking it today because I remember, I think it was Pastor Bimba actually said it, because I remember I was going to speak to her and she was basically saying like, just because you're good at something, it doesn't mean that's your purpose. So I think for me, I know what my passion is. But is that my purpose? Cooking and that. But is that my purpose? It might not be. My purpose might be to save little kids. You know, I love kids, but like I don't know what my purpose is, but I feel like through prayer I'll find it. I pray I do, because obviously the aim is to walk in your purpose and to fulfill it. So.
Yeah, and I hear that, and I also feel like sometimes people make like the purpose question like such a big deal. Like it took me, because at one point I was like, I'm not going to any more church sermons that speak about purpose, or any church events about purpose, and it's enough. It's enough. But then you just took me. I just decided that, you know what, my purpose is just to worship God. Is literally to live a life that glorifies God, and to just like love God, love humans, like love God, love His people. Literally, like love your neighbor as yourself, love God. Do you know what I mean? Like Jesus said it, but it's even a case that through that I found like so much freedom to just like do whatever. Because even today I was thinking like, I'm so multifaceted. It's so annoying. It's like, what am I like? I know I have talent, but where's my talent taking me? Then type of questions. But it's just like, you don't need to know. Just keep on serving. Just keep on like moving forward and using what you have in your hands to create whatever, and then see what comes from it. Like I think that's so refreshing to know that, like, for some people it's like, I know I have it all together, I know what I'm doing with my life, and literally
I'm gonna be one of those people that like, what age is just gonna be like, what is she doing? All of a sudden Making it rain.
But then even sometimes things look like smoother when people are tracking your journey when you're there, rather than like when you're going through the ups and downs and the roundabouts and then I'm back in this position. Then to then move forward like 5 steps and all that. But that's like, that is literally life on what, that's what life is about. Do you think there's like an order to it? So do you think that you find your passion and then make that your work, or you work and then find your passion, or doesn't it really matter? Like, is there an order to it?
So you find your passion and make it your work, or
you work and then through working you might find your passion?
I feel like it's different for everyone.
Yeah.
So I feel like some people literally fall into their passion. Like you're a good singer, that's your passion, or you're passionate about, you're a good musician, like that's your work. Whereas like some people like me have to work to get there.
Yeah.
So, and also one thing I feel like is to not overlook the things that you enjoy and think that it's silly or you can't turn it into something.
Yeah.
So people used to, like from uni, people always used to say, why don't you cook? And I used to be like, what is cooking gonna do? Like, what's that? And look now, like I've been able to actually like get money from it
all along.
And I've been doing this for how long? Like it's second nature to me. Cooking, I don't even think about it. Whereas some people don't like cooking, some people aren't that great cooks. But it's something I'm grateful for. So yeah, I feel like some people have to work for it and some people don't. But yeah, everyone's journey is different. It's with anything. So I don't think there's like a set.
Yeah. So would you say your order was work and then find your passion?
Yeah. I think I worked to find it. Yeah.
I think mine was passion then work, because I like, even at the end of uni, my mom was like, oh, just like apply for anything, and I said no. Like I know myself, like I can't do something that I'm not passionate about or I don't care for. So like I've always been like a government babe. I've always been into like policy and like young people education and stuff. And even if it's like I don't get complete fulfillment, let's say out of one task, like I know that a lot of the other things I do that can be considered work are part of that areas and that stream. So yeah, that's really fascinating, because mine was like there was the other way around, but it's clear that there's like not a specific order. Like it really just depends on who you are as a person, and sometimes the order might actually change. Like what was once your passion, I mean, like you might just want to keep it as like a hobby. It doesn't need to then become work. Like not everything needs to be a job.
That's true, because I feel like that was one thing with the cooking as well. At first I was like, do I want to actually turn this into a stream of income, because I don't want to take the enjoyment out of it, but I'm still enjoying it. So.
Yeah, I hope you never stop enjoying it, because that'll be a damn shame. A damn shame. In the workplace, based like obviously that out of even during uni, you had been working and stuff, and that's like uni and working is very different.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you wish you knew
going into a workplace? So yeah, even though in uni they don't necessarily hold your hand, in the workplace they're not holding anything.
You're getting paid to figure it out.
Yeah. So in uni there's space for I forgot, I didn't. It's kind of you. It's on your own. Now in the workplace, this is someone else's business. So there's no time for I can't, because they will kick you out. Like they're less forgiving. I also wish I knew to play the game more.
So what's the game?
So I feel like, especially in my second role, not so much in my first because it was more laid back, but in my second role I feel like if you're not, I don't even want to say sucking up, but essentially sucking up to management and being your manager's best friend, you're not going to get very far. And all the like the pub and like going out for drinks on a Thursday, all of that, you need to be doing that. Like that's, socializing is a huge thing in the workplace. Like, and I learned it quickly, but I wish I just knew it going straight in, because I feel like my experience would have been a bit different. Also, just like, one, believe in yourself, and even if you're not there forever, remember why you are there. So put everything that you can into it. Like don't see it as, I don't want to be here, so I'm not going to work hard. Like that's not life. Like you have to work hard in whatever you do.
It's true.
So yeah, just believing in yourself and working as hard as you can, and knowing that listen, just because you're not where you want to be right now doesn't mean you're never going to be.
Yeah, for sure. And like nothing is ever wasted. Like what you might be learning in that role can really help you in the future roles that you get into, or you doing what you actually want to do, because it's taught you about patience, it's taught you about like attention to detail, it's taught you about communicating with different types of people. Those are essential skills that you need, because you're going to deal with so many different people in this world, and even if you have like a manager that you don't like or didn't like you, you've been like, if you know how to play the game, you now know how to like find ways to connect with and deal with like difficult people. I knew about the game and I think I've done it well in terms of like, because I knew like, fam, you gotta make people your allies. You actually need allies, because who's going to recommend you if you don't have anyone?
That's it.
What would I say I wish I knew as a recent graduate in the workplace? Take your time, because with me, like I'm used to getting things moving on, and it's like some things may take a year, some things may take 2 years. You might be used to things taking 3 months or 6 months, but that might not be the case here.
It's gonna take 3 years, and you gotta deal with it.
And you actually have to deal with it, and you have to be patient and know that like it's not as if you're just sitting on your laying on your laurels and just wasting your time. It's like, this is preparing you for something. A plus B doesn't always equal C. Like you might have to go through Z all the way back to D to be able to get to C.
And don't watch someone else's A, because you don't know their B or D or F. Throughout life, I feel like up until uni, everything has been put in place for you, and it's kind of been like everyone is on the same path. So you go to you start school, you go to secondary school, you go to sixth form, you go to uni. Like everything is kind of orchestrated, and I feel like the minute you leave, it's like there's a level of uncertainty, and that's when I feel like everyone starts moving in different ways. So I feel like in uni, everyone was still in uni, but the minute you leave uni, now someone's getting married, now someone's having a baby, and it's like, whoa, like so life isn't now moving at the same pace. And I feel like you shouldn't let that distract you, because everyone's path is different. I feel like this is even speaking to myself, because I feel like I always have in my head, well, I went to school, went to this, went to that. In my head, the next step was, oh, you're going to get married and you're going to have a baby, and that hasn't happened. But don't let that distract you or throw you off. So you've touched on this a little bit, but I wanted to know, would you say that you live your life in accordance to your age? Like, do you feel like your age affects the way you live your life? I don't know if it's so much age, but I think, well, I guess it's a factor. So I think there's certain things that I don't do because I think to myself, oh, okay, like, you don't want to do that because X, Y, Z. There's certain things that maybe when I was 20 it would have been acceptable to do. Okay. But like now I'm 25, it's like, okay, bro, like you're gonna be a mum soon, like, or you're gonna be whatever soon. But I think I need to just calm down and act my actual age and stop trying to be like older or trying to live my life away before I've even lived in the now. But I think also like maybe in the workplace as well, like when I first got a job, it was kind of, oh yeah, I can just get another one. And just get another one. I can't live like that anymore because because, well, not that I can't just get another one, but like if I'm saying I want to get a house in the next 2 years, I can't just be doing this job, that job. Like, so I feel like that it makes me see the bigger picture a little bit more as I'm getting older, but I'm not 50, like, I'm still young and popping.
You really are, bro, like, you're still young.
I still think I'm 45 in my head though.
45?
Okay, 35.
I feel like I'm 16.
I wish I was 16.
No, I actually feel like, literally, the other day when I went to Tesco, I got ID'd. And I was like, yeah, I understand. Like, I actually, like, I can't even, genuinely, like, I can't even be offended because sometimes I look at myself like, Lamide, you look as if you're 12. So, you know how some people feel like at this age they need to do X, Y, and Z? Like, I don't. So like a lot of the things, sometimes I feel like I just jam pack everything in one age. That's like, okay, so Lamide, when you are this age, what would you have done?
I feel like that's good though, because you're not putting pressure on yourself. No,
it's like I enjoy it because it's more fun for me, because it's like I forget my age often. Like when people literally, and then it's like, oh, my birthday coming up. How old am I going to be? Like my last birthday. Turning 22, I thought I was meant to be turning 24, and then I was really confused. I was like, wait, so you tell me I'm so bad. I'm only so bad. I get you. So when I remember my age, it's to remind myself that like you're still really young and you're still figuring this out. So don't beat yourself up.
Even at 30.
exactly, like I feel as if you live in your thing, you feel like time is running out, but with living without it, you're reminded that like, obviously don't waste your time, but life is to be lived, and you don't like, who said that you have to have it all figured out before you're 30? Who said I can be Superman? I said I know I can.
I just want to basically say thank you so much for having me on this channel. I don't usually like speaking, but it just made me feel very comfortable. But what I would say is just literally make your mistakes, learn from them, apologise to those you hurt, don't wait for an apology for those who hurt you, and live your life. Honestly, we're in a Panasonic and
panoramic.
Pansong, and it doesn't look like we're getting out of Philadelphia anytime soon.
Thank you so much for watching. We really hope you enjoyed this episode.
Like, comment,
and subscribe, and share.
Make sure you follow us on Instagrams.
Most definitely. Thank you so much to our special guest, Tomi. It's been a pleasure having you, and you spilled so much gems that I've learned stuff as well. So thanks for being a fab guest. Yeah. See you on the next one. Bye.